Hi guys. Hello.
Hello.
Can't record this, Theo, unfortunately, brother. Hi, how are you, Kate?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good. Very good. I'm grounded now. I'm grounded. I'm back to my normal self, which is great times. Great times. I'm gonna let this fill up a little bit, and we're gonna get in. We got a big webinar today, guys. Got a big webinar. So I'm gonna let everyone come in, and then I'm gonna begin. How are you, Charles? Are you good, brother?
Good, Simon. Good. How are you?
Excellent, brother. Excellent. I just finished some Google AdWords training, which is good.
Yeah,
Uh,
looking forward to it.
campaigns live as well, which is nice. So just let us know when your websites are done. We'll have a look into it. And did you check Voxes yet today?
Yes, yes, I did. I just responded. The website's all done.
Okay.
Everything's complete.
And did everything was pretty smooth, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. It's nice. It's good to know. It's good to know. All right. I'm gonna let this roll, guys, just 4 minutes and let people come in. And then we will go from there. Sabby, good to see you, brother. How's everything going, my man? You good?
Yeah, doing well. Just doing a bit of cyclone prepping today. Other than that, doing
Is it
great.
is it, is it bad there or what?
Right now, it is calm as outside my house,
Okay.
but it's tracking right for here. So yeah, might
Okay.
get a bit hectic by tonight.
Yeah, I hear. Is it the Gold Coast is meant to be getting smashed? Is it or something? Or
Yeah, it looks like the Gold Coast is getting hammered right now. So
okay. Well, hopefully batten down the hatches and everything's all good. Everything is all good. Okay. If anyone needs anything, guys, ones in the chat, please. I will be getting to those in around about half an hour's time. We have a lot to go through beforehand. Just quickly as well, Aaron, what is it that you need for your website as well? What is it you need for the website? Because Charles has just fixed all of his and it took him 2 seconds to do it all on himself.
Oh, well, that's good to know then. Perfect timing. Well, I'm going to meet up with Chris on Sunday, very likely to discuss that. But the Fiverr guy was saying I've got the domain name, which is all good.
Yeah.
My company name with .com.au, and he was talking about the domain hosting. Whereas Chris was telling me that that could cost like a couple of $100. And then you were telling me that that should be like a 2 minute job and doesn't cost, if anything, like, sorry, it doesn't cost much, if anything. So the
Great.
domain hosting was what I was looking for. And I think that might have been it, besides all the content we've got to give him.
Yeah. So, Charles, with you, just quickly as we get a couple more minutes here, just quickly, good to see you, P. Hopefully, well. Did you when you bought the domain? Does that include the hosting and everything through GoDaddy? Was it? Yeah.
No, because my previous website, I already used them to host my websites, so I think that was already part of it, and that
Okay.
that I pay like $300 a year. But
Okay.
for
So that
for
yeah. Okay. So it's the subscription to host is the $200 per year. Yeah.
yeah, 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 and then just to forward, um, when I created the new domain to forward people from that domain to my current one, that was a 2 minute job and was just a one button redirection link. That's
Okay.
all.
All right. Excellent stuff. Okay. Well, there you go. So there is the hosting fee, brother, and then obviously Chris will be able to help you out with it, man. I don't know where to host things and stuff. Like I don't really pay too much attention to that stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. He's an IT whiz, so I'll get him to help me out with that. So he probably, I do back him and trust that he knows what he's talking about because he does know computers well. So
Yeah.
if Charles just can confirm that, then Chris is probably right. So we'll sort that out on Sunday and then get that forwarded to the Fiverr guy.
Well, okay, good stuff. All right, team. I'm gonna get this one underway today. Basically, today was a little bit of a test to see who shows up to this motherfucker. Because I got some really big announcements to make today. I haven't shown or gone through this with anybody. There's lots of leveling up that's going to occur here today. A couple of you guys know about this stuff because I've spoken about it with you on Voxer. But we're just going to get stuck in. Now, I'm going to ask this like as a really, really fucking serious question. And everything today, guys, now, like disclaimer as well, like we're a bit of a like bringing up to speed here. As you guys know, the last 3 weeks I've been insanely fucking busy. I've just opened up a factory. It's not an office, it's two offices, a lounge, a fucking basketball court, a gym, two bathrooms, a kitchen. It's like a whole house fit out on my own. So I just want to say thank you for all of you guys for being patient with me in these webinars. I attempted to come to one the other day or last week or whatever it was when I was flustered. So thank you for just being appreciative because sometimes man's got to do what a man's got to do. So that's that. But today it's going to be blunt, it's going to be direct because this factory is the beginning of like a new leveling up for every single person at Pinnacle. So I want everyone here dial in and I want you to be open and vulnerable and raw with me as much as I'm going to be with you. And it's that simple. Um, is there anybody here that is not looking to grow their business and is not driven to do more and more? And it's completely fine if you're not. But is there anybody here that is not that important? It's not that important that they grow. Because if and the guys, it's completely fine, like if it is, but I don't think there would be anyone, right? Okay. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna tell a little story. Does anyone mention, or I think Sebi, yes, you maybe. Nathan, we talked about this. Maybe Ray as well, you would remember this. Maybe a couple of others. Does anyone here remember about a year and a half ago me talking about a 5K killer club? Do you remember when right? Okay. So to bring the rest of you guys up to speed, because a lot of you guys weren't there then. I think it was at the end of 23 going into 24. I mentioned that what I wanted to do at Pinnacle is that the people that worked with me is that I set a standard, and the standard is that we grow our businesses, right? Growing businesses as well. We're going to unpack all of this today. It's a very deep webinar, and I will get to everyone's ones when I can. There is a lot of things that are going to hold you back from business, and a lot of it is in here, right? So obviously, when you work with me, my goal is to unpack those resistances to make sure that you guys move forward. And what I've seen since then is to be really blunt and really honest, because you know I am. There hasn't been many 5K killers established more than what we've had, and we've understood exactly why, right? And as you guys have seen, there's obviously this new factory being done. There was a poll as well. Did anyone here like see the poll that was done this week in the community about webinars and more slots and all this? Pinnacle is leveling up. And I think subtopic here, guys, after I've talked about the leveling up today, this focus or the focus of this webinar will go into how to retain clients and to scale a business and to not have bad retention, right? Because what we find is that people are basically not growing their businesses for a multitude of reasons. But the main reason why is this. There is not enough support for you guys as leverage business owners. There is not enough support by having a one webinar a week chat. Obviously, it's on you as a business owner to message me, to message the guys as much as possible. But what has become apparently clear to me is that people that work with me win. The others cruise. And that's it. There are some people inside this webinar today I might ask a couple of questions about, but basically it's become very, very apparently clear that there is a standard here at Pinnacle that I want to set and that you guys have all admitted you want to continuously grow, but it's just not being fucking done. And I know exactly what it is. And it's that you guys are not having the accountability, you don't have the communication, you're not getting questions answered, you don't have your resistance that is holding you back from growing is not getting faced into. And basically, you just don't have enough. So I'm going to read here off my phone here, as we embark on a new little journey, right, from today onwards, as this factory is getting pretty much done, there is a new standard that's going to be set for every single person inside Leverage. And that's it. And it's a journey where every single one of you in here gets to work one-on-one with a coach every single fucking day. Now, who here would like to work one-on-one on Voxer with a coach every day? And if I don't see everyone's fucking hands up, just fuck off, basically. I'm not gonna beat around the bush, guys. This is gonna be a lot of work for us, and it's that fucking simple. I'm not here to mess around. Now, Voxer is the only reason why Sam Barfield is where he is today. I think Flo, and we've talked about this, Flo, like Flo is now knocking on the door of $250,000, and she came into Voxer literally about 2 months ago, Flo, roughly something like that. Charles is going from strength to strength, although he's come on board on a very established level. Charles, the communication that me and this guy has is next level. Obviously, I think Nathan and Tarkin know this as well, that without the one-on-one Voxer that I used to give 100 people, they probably wouldn't be where they are today. And it's that simple. Sebi, you've been there before, you've tasted it, you know what it's like. And it's literally going to be essential now, guys, that every single person that wants to leverage their business, they have Voxer. And it's that simple. I'm now going to talk about the investment of this, right? So the investment from me and my team, but also the investment from you guys. Now, what I've seen and whether you guys like it or not, and then I'm going to ask the guys here that have Voxer to weigh in on what they feel, right? And whether they think that what I'm actually saying is relative. If you don't continue to level up in your business, you will plateau. And whether it's leveling up in terms of spending more money on yourself, hiring photographers to do fucking professional photo shoots, getting people to run ads for you, hiring coaches to work closer with you, you will fucking plateau. And I can look at a lot of you, a lot of everyone in here right now, and I see that there are people in here that have plateaued for over a year, right? And I think every single person in here knows who you are, and that's not a bad thing. But right, I'm going to allow everyone to come into this webinar today. But I see that as my fucking problem and my issue, and I think I've done a disservice where I haven't been good enough. Now, a lot of you guys know how obsessed I am. I think all of you guys know how obsessed I am. You ask Tarkin, he lives with me. The guy doesn't really comprehend. He comprehends. He didn't comprehend before how fucking obsessed I am. I'll burn myself into the fucking ground for you guys. I will, and I do. But now it's time to level up, and this is exactly what we're going to do. You guys from today are going to have a designated coach, whether it is going to be me. So a lot of you guys are already working with me on here, whether it's going to be me, Tarkin, or Nathan. From today, you're going to have a coach. And what we're going to do on this webinar is I'm going to get every single person to download Voxer if you haven't already got it. And you're going to connect with me on there. And then we're going to put you with the coach that we believe that you're also going to agree with, that is best matched to you, your coaching style, and your business. Is everyone following so far? And is everyone keen for this? Yeah. Okay. Now, before I continue and tell you how we're actually going to do this and what the goal is going to be in the next 2 weeks and then the next 4 weeks, I'm going to just ask Sam, brother, thank you for coming here, dude. I don't know whether you can come off mute. I did see if you were going to be coming along and you said yes. But I just want you guys to see that it's not me that's just making this shit up. This is definitely not a fucking money grab from Pinnacle. I just want you to hear from the guys that use Voxer ongoing to see what it's done. Now, Sam, I don't even want to put words in your mouth, bro. Can you just give some, I don't know, wise words of inspiration of what's happened with you and what you told me about what you've invested over the years into coaching, but what you've made and just your input on where you'd be or if you'd be where you are without fucking Voxer.
Yeah, for sure. So, what was it? 5 years ago we started, right?
Around, yeah, some long
Yeah.
time ago, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. So the number wise, we've generated about 1.1 million pounds off about 45K investment in yourself,
Yeah.
to the business. And then, as I say, just with Voxers, ironically, I stopped taking action regarding obviously, I went on a lot of holidays and stuff last year and just kind of took my foot off the gas.
Yeah.
And then wasn't using Voxer and weren't really optimizing myself and stuff like that. And the business actually took a bit of a dip. But when like this year and the back end of last year, Simon, the accountability, sort of like his knowledge and stuff like that, even with sort of like properties and stuff like that, we're looking at getting our first buy to let property. His knowledge and accountability just accelerated me. Something that would usually take you like 4 weeks to learn by yourself takes like a couple of days for Simon.
I think that's the main thing. Well, there's two key things, Sam, and thank you, bro, because obviously you stay up for these webinars. Yeah, it's fucking 10 o'clock back home. And I
Yeah.
appreciate you. I really do. There's two things here. I think, and I'm going to talk about Pinnacle's investing and my business coaches and stuff and my journey to help you guys really get this today. And it's a really serious conversation, guys. I'm not here to fuck around anymore with you guys. If you want to grow businesses, today's the turning point, right? Sam's invested 45K and has made 1.2 million. Now that's pounds, so that's $2.4 million. There's not very often we talk about millions in these webinars, but that's millions, right? I'm not going to sit here and kiss my ass and say I deserve the credit for that. Sam does. However, my little brother, because that's what I call Sam on Voxer, we're only in that position because of the communication and the speed and the frequency of the moving forward with no fucking stops. And that's it. I think so, Sam, like thank you, bro. I mean, like the ROI obviously is there. It's great. But without Voxer, does it happen as quick?
No, she's kidding.
Sorry, what was that, mate? I could.
So yeah, I was like, without Voxer, the accountability and the speed is jeopardized, correct?
Yeah, definitely. If I was learning it by myself, it'd take ages. Rather
Okay.
than someone that's done it, and you can literally ask, like, I'll ask you on a Monday, you've answered by Monday evening. It's rapid, isn't it? Just
Yeah.
learning it really, really quick.
And yeah, and obviously, I mean, like it's dedication every single day, and people that work with me on Voxer know that. And obviously, with school as well, you can't be as detailed as what you need. I think this is really important next, guys. Before I'm going to ask Flo, because Flo's just like gone from 2K to 4.5 in like a month or so, and it's all been, I think, because of level up, and I'm not taking any credit. But detail, who here is here to because they want teams of trainers and they want to make more money and scale beyond being a solopreneur? It's every single one of you fucking guys. It's actually really hard to give you guys the level of detail that you need for you guys to then go on to make $250,000 a year, right? And the trade-off of what I've come really fucking face to face with, guys, and I hate to be blunt like this, but 250 doesn't get you there. You're coaching with school, leverage webinars, all the other webinars, daily DMs, the community, the content. That doesn't get you there. It doesn't get you there. And I'm going to be really passionate here. I try my hardest to keep as much fucking profit in your guys' pockets. I really do, but you're just not going to get there. And it's only when you start hearing from people like Sam and people like Flo that I'm going to ask to speak next about is like when you take the level up, you make a fuck ton more money. And it's been so really clear to see that people just can't get there. And it's my fault because I haven't instilled that you need Voxer communication. And that's that. Flo, can you just talk about, we talked about Voxer and going on there and then didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then what happened for 6 months? And then when you did it in 2 months, like again, I'm not forcing this on you guys. I want you to hear it from the guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were telling me since pretty much last year, August. I remember when I came back from my big trip, and you say that the only issue we had was the communication. So pretty much ever since, and I was obviously, like I said, I was slacking and all that. So ever since pretty much we've gone to that Voxer, like one-on-one every day, it's just, first of all, you don't have the time to not put the effort in.
That's really well said.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just mainly that accountability. Like I said, like we might stuff up for the day and I'm like, oh, Simon, what am I doing in this situation? And then the next day you have an answer, like, and fix, bang. Instead of waiting, okay, it happened on Friday, and then you gotta wait till the following Friday to the next webinar, or I'll contact you in school and then we don't know when you're gonna get an answer because obviously you're busy, Tarkin is busy, and everyone is busy. Well, at least you know in the morning from 5 to 7 or whatever, you're going to get an answer no matter what. So yeah,
Yeah,
it saves your business, and it's just, you can't fail. I mean, we have, everyone that's in here, obviously, we haven't failed, but it's just that level up that you say. But like, I'm sure like everyone that's doing Voxer in here, and correct me if I'm wrong, like the question is it worth investing in that one-on-one kind of coaching? Yeah. So, and we all know it's so worth it. Like for me, it's not even about the money, because I can't even see the money going because we're making so much money. You're like, for me, $250, $400, I'll spend it in no time. Don't you worry about that. But at least I know it's investing on something that's going to make us more money.
No, definitely. And I think, guys, it's just levels. So thank you, Sam, Flo. Like, I mean, I could go around. I don't need to ask more people, but I know everyone that works with me on Voxer is obviously working on me on Voxer because they fucking think it's worthwhile working with me on Voxer. Like, guys, it's that simple, right? Like, I want to talk about with us and our journey at Pinnacle. I used to do coaching for $99 a week, right? And I'm not gonna, I'll elaborate slightly because it sounds good. But now, normally, when we have to hire our coaches, it's not far off 99,000. Now, obviously, when I was doing coaching for $99 a week, and this isn't a ploy to prime you guys to say, I'm going to start taking more of your money today. It's not like that. This is not going to happen like that. We've got you looked after. We've got you covered. Don't worry. But obviously, I have leveled up a fucking shit ton in my life. And I used to go from 99 to 99,000, let's call it. The difference is huge. And you just get what you pay for. I think everyone here needs more. I think that poll told me as well that a lot of people want more and more from Pinnacle. And as we grow a business, because after we've done this Voxer setup with everyone here, like I said to you, the purpose of today's webinar is to talk about as your business grows, you have to scale the value that you provide your clients with it so that your retention holds tight as fuck and your bank balance becomes big as hell, right? That's what it's about. You've got to add more. You have to add more depth to the service. And we're seeing that now. This is only for you guys in leverage as well. Yeah. Like people making under what you guys are making, it's on them to come to us. They have to DM us. And if they don't come to us, well, that's on them. I'm not going to worry about the people that are making $500 a week, even though they still get looked after and we do follow them up and we do whatever we can. But you guys, like, I feel is a disservice unless there is level ups. So basically, every time we've leveled up in terms of what we pay, it's really fucking weird, guys. I make more money. And it's that simple. It's only from just fucking, do you know what I mean? It's just from just going out there and getting it done. So look, leveling up enables more results faster than before and enables you to break up the contentness, break up the contentness, and to discuss things that are holding you back from getting the easy work done. Guys, leveraging a fucking business to $250,000 as a PT is easy. I've said this to you before. It is fucking easy. Is everyone in here doing $250,000 plus? No. That means there's something in here holding you fucking back. There is no way that I am going to get to the bottom of it in these webinars unless you're like me, where you're going, Sai, I'm going to fucking pour my heart out to you. I've got this happening. My wife's going to fucking leave me. I've got debt. This is fucked. My trainer wants to fucking leave. And no one does it. Who here goes through shit like that in their life or has personal fucking troubles in some way, shape, or form? Right? If you're not focusing on getting that shit discussed, which is not really suitable for a fucking public forum, you're never moving through. How many conversations me and Nathan have had about this shit? You know how many clients I've coached personally that have had marriage breakdowns, relationship split ups, separations from their wife, their kids? It's fucked. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, right, there are people, multiple of you in here now going through that. And ironically, you have me, right? But the rest of you guys, it's only going to get tougher as well. I'm like I said, it's easy. Getting to $250,000 is easy, but the fucking mountains, the crevasses, the swamps, right, along the flat surface, if you know my flat surface, the world is flat analogy, they're not fucking going. They're going to keep fucking coming. You're going to get hit with shit. So what we have to do at Pinnacle is we have to level you all up. And it's that simple, right? So basically, this is what we're going to do. All right? This is what we're going to fucking do, right? Guys, we're going to coach all of you for free on Voxer. For free. I'm not going to charge it for you for the next 2 weeks. Today, next, every single person here, I know Tan, you're driving, you're already on Voxer though, Tan, so that's fine. Charles, you're already on Voxer, that's fine. Right now, I want every single person on here to download an application called Voxer Walkie Talkie Messenger. If you have it, Sebi, send me a thumbs up, please. Now, I want every single person to message me. So I'm going to take all of you on board today. I want you to turn your notifications on. And then I'm having a meeting with Nathan and Tarks, and we're going to make a list of who we think is best suited to go, right, on to which client. Guys, I'm telling you this right now. I am not available on Voxer unless you're already working with me on Voxer. However, there is one person here that I will be speaking about that I will come to you about working with me on Voxer. All right? And it's that simple. Guys, can we take a few seconds to download Voxer? Once you have it done, there are 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 21 people in here. Can you please put done in the chat? And any questions up until now, right? Just please like reach out, but I want you to download it, and then I'm going to give you access to me today. We're not charging you anything. I'm going to tell you what happens next, and it's that simple. Any questions so far, guys? Just spit them, but let me know.
Yeah, so you hear me?
Yes, brother. Yes, I can.
I've got tasks on it. Been doing it for the last month, probably three,
Yes,
4 weeks. Yeah.
yes.
So
How is the Voxer life?
yeah, been really good. Like especially with what I wanted to chat about later too. Like that's really helped probably overcome little resistances. Still a work in progress, but would have definitely happened a lot slower otherwise. So probably wouldn't be doing anything about it if I didn't have it, to be honest. So no, it's been working really well.
Music, it's music to my ears, like honestly. And I think here's the thing as well, guys. Like, are you guys going to end up having to pay for this shit? Yes, you fucking are. And if you don't want to part ways with 100, $200, honestly, this coaching's not for you. And I like it's just being blunt. If you like, I don't want to keep banging on about it. Sam's made $2.4 million. I'm sorry, like I can't coach people to make that amount of money without Sam paying $450 a week. Like Sam is knocking on the door of $8,000 to $9,000 a week. I'm sorry, like in 2 weeks, Sam pays off a contract like that. They're 15K. That's what you guys pay. Let's just speak and be open about the money here for a second, because I want to remove all your fucking resistance with it. Like you guys sign a 15K contract, then you have a leverage contract on top. You're the winners because you end up making $250,000 per year. And Sam's there making 2 million over the course of it. It's fucking insane. You guys need to level up. And I wish you could see the willingness that Sam invests and the willingness of which we have to spend money like it is going out of fucking fashion. And I'm sure everyone has bills, but this is level up that makes you fucking money. And it's that simple. When you're done with Voxer, please put done in the chat. I know that Ray, you have Voxer, please put done. P.S. I know you have Voxer. Please put done. Every single person, please put done in the chat. As soon as you are fucking finished, please put done. So I can see. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Deed. Well done. Okay, Deed, if you can, brother, I want you to search. So this is what you need to search for because we're not connected. Pinnacle Fitness Consulting. So when you've got it done, okay, I want every single person in here to just message me a thumbs up. Even Sash, I know you're done as well. I want you to message me a thumbs up because again, we know that we need to level up right now as well. Everyone here, this is a new start for you and your businesses. Now that I've got this fucking factory done, and there's announcements coming after that, after this as well with that. Now I'm going in hard with you guys. It's hard. There's no more fucking around. There's leveling up. So George done. So, oh, that's Shannon, yeah. So to every single person, I'm going to send this. Search for Pinnacle Fitness Consulting in a search bar when you've got Voxer downloaded and send me a thumbs up. I expect 20 thumbs up in here. And I'm not moving forward until this is fucking done. Cassie, I know you've got Voxer. I know you're probably training right now. Please send me a thumbs up. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Sebi. Charles, I've already got you. You're driving. You're fine. George, add me as well, brother. Just fucking add me as well. I don't care if there is cross-pollination. Thank you, Daniel. Thanks, Ray, Sash. I don't know where they're coming through. I don't care if I coach you and Tarkin and Nathan coaches you. We don't give a shit. What I care about is you guys getting $250,000 plus. Because up until now, there just hasn't been fucking anything. So Shannon got you, Brooke got you, George. Okay, Shannon, I've got you. Simon, Kate, George got you. Ray, yes. AJB, yes. Sebi, Charles, yes. P, yes. Mike, yes. Tanya, yes. Flo, yes. Sash, yes. Brooke, yes. Kate, can you just drop me a thumbs up as well, please, now? I know you've got Voxer. Nate, yes. Daniel Lee is done, yes. Cassie, please drop me a thumbs up as well. And Sam, you're all good as well. And Deed is the next guy. Deed, have you got any questions, bro, as we're going through this? Because I think you're probably downloading it, dude. Just come off mute if you've got anything that you need to discuss. But download it. You set up a free profile. And then from there, it'll like you'll be able to say search. And there'll be a search bar. You type in Pinnacle Fitness Consulting or have my face and it will say pro next to it. Just send me a message. Okay. Any questions though, guys? Otherwise, I'm just going to focus on D to make sure He's good. And that's it. Okay, Shan got you. Yeah, Dini, is there anything that you need, bro?
Just trying to figure it out now.
Yeah, that's all good, bro. And
Just
if
give me a
anyone
minute,
needs any
brother.
of this, let me know. Yeah, what do you need, brother?
Nothing, just downloading it now.
Perfect. Okay, download it, right? Download it, and then when you download it, set up a profile, then give me a shout because I'll continue on because I do want to get to everyone's questions, but I'm going to show you how we're fucking doing this for you guys and how we're going to make it work as well. All right. So obviously everyone in here as well, obviously Didi, I don't know whether you're on a leverage agreement. So we're going to speak. There's a lot of people that are ready to come into leverage as well. From now, guys, just letting you know, it is a prerequisite that every single person that comes into leverage has one-on-one coaching and you invest the extra mile. And it's that simple because that is what's going to drag you to $250,000 plus. And that's that. So I'm going to continue on here and tell you how we're going to do this. For the next 2 weeks, you're going to work with a coach. It is going to be completely free of charge. The goal inside that 2 week period is for us to add a silver to your business. We're going to add a silver. We want to add 2 sessions to your business. You're going to have daily accountability. You're going to have a lot of intimate chats. And also as well, I've given Tarkin and Nathan the go ahead to be more like me and to be fucking boots to asses, fire the fuck up, and kick people in the ass. Because I'm telling you, I mean, me and Sam, this guy, my little brother, we've had our fair share of like friendly but professional confrontational conversations. Pure fucking business, right? Pure business. I've had them with a few people on here, but the outcome is that we win, and the outcome is that we're all still fucking here. So I've given the guys the go ahead, but what we're going to do, we're going to match you up. This will be done today. Keep your notifications on, and you'll hear from me on Voxer. From there, we need to add a silver to your business. The silver that gets added to your business in 2 weeks' time is going to cover 50% of your Voxer fee. So we're going to get you to grow by $100 a week. And that is it. Whether it means you need more consult volume, doing the shit that you fucking know you need to do, or if you need to cry, pour your heart out, get to raw shit that you have not been able to dump on a coach intimately until now, you're doing that one-on-one with your coach. And it's that simple. From there, right? From there, what is going to happen is this. The next 2 weeks, you're going to be charged $100 per week for Voxer. Right? I think a lot of you guys know here the investment for Voxer is $200 a week. That is $40 a day, not including the weekends, to have intimate one-on-one chats. For me and Sam, I don't want to set the standard too high for Nathan and Tarks, but me and Sam, sometimes we'll speak to each other for 20 minutes a day. Like, no shit. Me and P, sometimes there's some chats where there'll be 15, 20 minutes worth. I think Dan Pardo, I'm not even going to tell you how much fucking time I spend with that guy because he chews up too much of my time. But I fucking do it. Why? Because I care about it. And it's that simple. You guys are spending $40 a day extra on your business. Eventually, but you're going to get charged $100 for the first 2 weeks. After that, the goal is to get another silver. And in a month's time, you will then be fully covered for ongoing Voxer, which is a prerequisite for everybody on leverage. If you have any questions about this and you have the little panic moment about money and all that stuff, I fucking get it. We're here to grow the business for you, to get you the money to pay for it. You can all afford it anyway now. But if you have any questions, please message me. Please message me. And it's that simple. Didi, are you good, bro? Got me on here? Yeah, I got it. All right. So that's it. 2 weeks free, 2 weeks at 100, and then your 200 hits. Is there any questions about this whatsoever? And again, guys, you can come to me privately because we are talking about an investment here, but we're doing it for 2 weeks free, 2 weeks half price, 2 weeks that. Okay, cool. We're going to catch up with this chat and then we're going to move it forward into the retention stuff. Money career. I think, Ray, let's talk about this for a couple of minutes before we go in because we've got a good amount of time left. Let's talk about this money. Can you talk to me about what you speak about with your additional coach about this money mindset around the money issue? I know a lot of people in here, like I don't think anyone has a problem with it, but there is always resistances. You're on mute. Sorry, you're on mute.
No, it's all right. I was just yelling out to my daughter.
Oh, okay.
She was yelling out to me. So I just told her to be quiet.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I'm doing well, earlier on this year, I, ran into some stuff and I realized I had an issue around, or not an issue around money. I did this money and still doing this money course.
Yeah.
And what he does first is works around your mindset around the money, because if we didn't have any issues, we'd all be rich, right? And so it comes down to where are we getting stuck and what are the resistances, and yeah, and that's what he's kind of been working on, because if you've got resistances around money, then you might not want to take the action. There's a whole lot of stuff, obviously, because it's all up here, like you said, and that's what I've been realizing and having to work through. And then it comes down to organizing yourself. Why aren't you organizing yourself, and all these things around, I've got to work on my business, but what is, you don't have to, that's not a task. The tasks are, okay, I've got to go and make 20 calls today, or I've got to go and do my marketing strategy. And how am I going to do it? It's breaking it down into actual tasks, and so that you don't go into overwhelm. But yeah, it's all mindset, and that's what we've been working on.
Definitely. I agree. I think a lot of the time, guys, as you guys experience with your prospects, right? Money is a cover up for a lack of prioritization, or it's a cover up for, like we always say, they can't justify spending the hard-earned cash into you. The truth is that, but they don't ever talk about it, which means they leave and then they have that sort of like burnt trust with hiring a trainer, because our PTs are shit now. Because I saw fucking Steve on an off day when he was having a divorce with his missus, and now I don't think I have the heart to go and find another one. They will never then lose the fucking weight, and they end up getting diabetes and fucking dying 20 years younger than what they fucking should have. It all
Yes,
be
they've got that mindset issue
exactly.
around spending the money on themselves. And I'm very much, and truly went through that myself, like in the last couple of months. Like, and then realizing, okay, instead of saying, like, dropping the PT, why don't I just have a look at what can I actually do and achieve, and just apply myself? And so those are the bridges that we've got to build between ourselves and our clients, because
Yeah.
that's in myself. Like, so I've got to build that bridge first, and then I can then really show them where they're at,
I
I
think
guess.
this is amazing, guys. I'm not joking. This is an insight and a snippet to what the coaching on Voxer will be for you all. It's not, guys, it's not like we're not going to have Voxer to just chit chat. Who here feels like the webinars at Pinnacle sometimes are a little bit repetitive chit chat of the same shit? I fucking like, guys, there's a reason. I'll be honest with you. Why do you think I don't do the fucking webinars anymore? I can't be fucking bothered listening to it. Guys, I'm so far advanced above that bullshit that I'm not joking. I'm sorry. Necessary bullshit. I got time for every single person in this program, but I don't have time to do the smaller stuff anymore. And the stuff that we need to confront and lean into to get over, right? Which without doing, you never move. Like Ray said, this is an insight to what Voxer will be. You'll find here that Voxer for you gets you through here, right? And then this goes through here. It's all it is. It's nothing else. And this is like just what's necessary. I'm like, there's guys in here. I'm looking at you all, and I can see in your brains going like, I've got to now confront this shit. I need to fucking talk about it. I need to come to the surface of what I'm going through. I like you. That's what this is about. Like, not a fucking. It's not about like paying more money. I'm telling you, you will make you will make tenfold your investment in 2 months what you pay. And it's that simple. It just needs to happen intimately. And this is what you guys need. Now that you have Voxer access, and again, I will be in touch with you guys, right, later today, to give you like a bit of a one-on-one message, but then also going to talk about who you're going to go with and what if you're happy. Because it's going to be between Tarkin and Nath, because I'm not taking more on. I can't. But basically, then let everything fucking go. Let it go. Because when you let it go, your money will start to fucking flow. Because who here is here to make fucking bank? At least Ray is anyway. There you go. Ray wants some cash. Right. So, okay. Guys, here's the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to do some ones. Okay. Now I've talked about this shit. Ones in the chat again, if you can. I'm going to scroll up and get to them. But I want to talk about retention at high scale. And also some new announcements quickly as well, right? What should I do? Shall I tell them? Yeah, we'll do announcements first. Okay, guys. 2 new webinars are going to be launching in the week after next. I'm going to be coming back to do a second webinar, right? Because I fucking can't get enough of this shit. So I'm going to come back to do a second webinar. And this one, not locked in, but it is around the topic of overcoming fear, right? And moving through resistance. So we did a poll and everyone wants this topic addressed. I'm taking it. That's me. Okay. There is going to be an advanced sales webinar where there will be role play. I think this is what we're going with. Where I think Kate said something around like, and someone else did as well, about on the spot, like how to deal with like objection handling and more advanced sales stuff. And I think a lot of people show up to the sales webinars, and I think a lot of people's resistance that are not going to be on Voxer is always around sales. So we're chucking another one of them in. And then we are also going to be doing, which I believe, Nath, if you want to verbally semi-confirm this one, how to become a better PT around programming and becoming better at actually being a PT. Because sometimes we get a lot of growth for clients and they're not as good as good at coaches, but also your systems and your structures, your packages, your presentations, software, and run-throughs in terms of your whole business. There are going to be 2 new ones, and one of Nathan's webinars will change to that. Is that roughly what we decided, Nath? I can't remember off the top of my head. We're going to polish, yes. We're going to polish them. But there is, as of the week after next, 2 new webinars, and one of Nathan's webinars is going to be changing. After that as well, the Pinnacle headquarters will be open once at least per week for in-person coaching. So if your name is Pierce, if you are George, if you are Charles, if you are Aaron, if you are Flo, if you are Brooke, if you are anyone here that is in Melbourne, you can rock up to the Pinnacle headquarters in person for it'll be about an hour and a half to 2 hours of in-person coaching per fucking week. No charge. You can come chill with us, fucking drain 3-pointers on the basketball court, drink fucking energy drinks, and talk business. Whatever it is you want to do, that is going to be open for you. The suburb is, yeah, Sam, you unlucky, bro. You can fly over, take the PJ. You'll have a private jet sometime soon, bro. You're fine. So yeah, and this is not no cost to anybody, right? If you want to fly interstate, you're fucking more than welcome to. But the suburb is Hyatt. So Sandringham, Hyatt's in the southeast. So, but again, you want to plug it in, this will all be going into the calendars, guys. It'll be going into the calendars in school, the 2 new webinars plus the open days, which is going to be once a week minimum, maybe twice. We're going to be doing events here as well. At this place, I can't wait to show it to you. It's that fucking loud in there with aircon people and Sparkies in there at the moment that I'm at the home office again. But that is the new announcements. And there's a shit ton more content coming as usual. But those are the exciting ones. Pinnacle headquarters, 2 new webinars, 1 new webinar changed topic. Does that sound kind of good? Does anyone want to weigh in with anything they want to hear more of or less of on webinars? No? We good? The poll kind of answered all of it, really. There was a lot of people vote. I got 30 or 40 people on the poll. Okay, we're moving on. So that's that. Guys, I'm going to make this light work, right? Light work. Now, high-level retention systems for fitness business owners and why so many people don't go past 3 to 4K weeks. I think I'm going to make this light work and then I'm going to answer people's questions. I'm happy to roll over here by 15 minutes as well. So hang back. Obviously, today's been a big webinar, right? So yeah, Sandringham area is exactly where it is, bro. Just check this out. Yeah, you do get to drive down the fucking best road in Melbourne, bro, for sure. And that's exactly right. So this is why we find a lot of people, as well as intimate communication, intimate accountability, right? So hustle, accountability, and communication as to why people don't scale their businesses past content stage. Content. Does anyone want to be really open here? Like sub note? Do you think like anyone who, yeah, 2 hands already? Are you semi-comfortable with where you are at, which is why you're not really pushing beyond it? I fucking know there's people here like that. And then like I said at the start of the webinar, if you don't want to grow, just go. You don't have, it's completely fine, but I know you want to grow. So level of content, hustle, accountability, communication with your clients, the willingness to change into a leader and not a trainer, which we're going to coach you through on Voxer. sometimes it's just not there, right? And the level of willingness to get shit fucking done, which kind of ties into the contentness, but the level of willingness to level up and to be more on your business rather than in it, and to have a higher level of care than ever before. I think it's like, look at me. I'm here like fucking, I look like stressed as hell, red faced, like I'm fucking blood vessels are pumping out of my face. I don't like my business. I can do less and less and less in Pinnacle, guys, but I do fucking more and more and more. I do more and more. I care about you guys more and more. And you have to be like that in your business. A lot of people don't push past it because they don't have retention systems that are in play, like adding in extra webinars, right? And constantly asking for feedback. Who here has a community online in their business at the moment? Like, do you have a school? Yeah. So who here schools going pumping? Who here doesn't have a school? Can you please put it in just drop a little like school in the comments? Because school is going to be huge, guys. I recorded a piece of content yesterday and talk about like how if you want to make an online business survive, you need to be having a group of people with community that lean into each other. Because if you're a service-based business and all you do is provide something, don't think that, you might be able to do it quick. Well, fucking AI can do it a lot quicker and a lot fucking cheaper, right? For example, PTs that are online just doing meal plans and training programs. Unless you have a community like this, right? Unless you have people that are fucking bought into you, you're just never gonna like you're never gonna survive online. But also, you're never going to thrive in person unless you have more ways than one to reach out to more clients than ever, because that's where we're going to fucking get you guys. We want to give you more than you've ever had. So I want to focus on basically building you guys communities. And if you don't have them, right, over the next little while, it's something that we do need to fucking get done. And I think, there's people here that would vouch for them. I don't even need them for to vouch, but it's something that needs to be done. If you do not have a community for your clients, and especially now you're going to level up harder, you have to have them. It is about the right timing, and it's not like a necessity unless you're doing it's a necessity if you hit 4K. I mean, if you hit 4K, it's just very common that what people do is they continue to coach at the level you've been coaching at, but you've never been making 4K. You've never had as many clients and as many sessions before. And again, you've never had the next level accountability, communication, leaning into the resistance. What happens is people go 3.5, 4, 3.2, 3.3, 3.5, 3.4, 4, 4.1. Ooh, 4.1. No, fuck you, 3. Because then 10 of them fucking left, right? And you'll just go like this. And that it's the same as banging your head off a fully booked ceiling, right? And then Shannon says he's got worse since he hit 3K. That, and I'm telling you right now, as someone with obviously the amount of clients that Pinnacle has, a couple hundred now or whatever, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for me working behind the scenes, relentless, and I mean it's relentless pursuit daily, guys. I fucking love this shit. I love it. And I'm lucky, I love it, right? Like you guys lucky that we're all lucky, I love it. But look, value above everything else. We have to bring it to your clients. Then, when you have the extra accountability, the fire up, the action taking, you'll scale past where you've been, but people won't drop. So it's about getting the communication and everything happening, but then making sure we have the substance of resources to give people to justify the value when you're becoming less available. Remember that, guys. You're becoming less available. And if you get management wrong, it will fuck you. I mean, if you get management wrong and you think you can pull away, you don't have any online community, you got nothing, and you just go, Mr. Trainer, Mrs. Trainer, who's working for you, do that X, Y, and Z, watch your business crumble like a pile of fucking bricks. And I'm telling guys, a lot of you don't know this. I did it. I lost $250,000 as a PT. My business went from 5K a week to 0 because I mismanaged it. I fucked it, completely fucked it. That's why I sit here with a lot of passion, because I do not want that to happen to anyone. And that's why, being a manager, right, versus a leader and a teammate rather than a fucking boss is really important, because you don't get nowhere being a boss. So again, all this sort of stuff, no content to coach you on it. It needs communication. So that is it. We need to build out some systems. School is necessary, but you've got to scale your value. And the guys will be talking about this with you on Voxer. All right. I'm gonna leave that kind of there. Has anyone got any questions on school or communities or hey, sorry, I've got one, but it's not really an engaged community on how to grow engagement and to what or why it's important for face-to-face businesses? Because a lot of people think it's not necessary, but it is. Even Nathan used to think like, oh, I don't use one. But after discussing it with him intimately, he's like, no, I need it. Like it's something that's gonna help me go past where I've never been before. Is there any questions on it, guys? No. Okay. Questions? Anything else? One's in the chat. Let's go, but I'm going to scroll up here and we're going to get in. Sorry for the long-winded ramble, guys, but it's a very important webinar today that was always going to take a long time. Okay, where are we at here? Okay. Good to see. I'm going to scroll up here all the time. Okay. So you've got Caitlin, Seb, George. Is that today? Okay, Caitlin, hello. And also, I have to say this. There will probably be an implementation in the future of timers inside the webinars because we cannot have people that like, I mean, look, I want to speak for a long time with each individual. I need to shut the fuck up half the time, but we can't have 20 minutes on one person in the webinars. It's just not fair on the other 20 people that are here. So Caitlin, what have you got now? What have you got?
Morning.
Hello.
Thanks for all of that. I love the energy
Welcome.
this morning. You can breathe now.
I know I was going to say the same thing. I can breathe now.
I was just thinking, damn, he's been talking for ages and hasn't stopped.
Yes. Yeah. Sounds like
I just have a question regarding expanding.
yeah.
So we've got the go-ahead from Revo to go in there mid-April.
Great.
I just want to know how to approach that with any time. I don't have a contract with them. Don't know if they realize that. But yeah, how do I work it where I can stay there and go to Revo?
That's a really good question. Are they going to know? Well, I think it's not hard, really. Are they going to know? Like, you're not going to like try and not tell anyone you're there. You need to promote that you're going there if you're going to go
Yeah.
there. And like, here's the thing. We always talk about all you guys privately in meetings, especially leverage guys. One thing that comes up with UK, so like we definitely want to make sure that any time's still tight. Yeah, like I don't like we don't want to like we can transition everyone there which would work, but at the same time, you're always going to have a percentage of people that just drop and will go, they'll use it as an excuse
Yeah.
to go, yeah, I just want to stay here, even though they fucking come to Revo 3 weeks later, but then they don't do PT with you. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't want to tell their PTs that they don't want to do training anymore. So I think we need to be careful. I want to see you expand. Tarkin, obviously, as you guys know, like Tarkin went into a Revo. George is in a Revo. Like George is here, poised very closely to us. Dude, we're going to spend a lot of time with you, bro. A lot of time with you in person. It's going to be fucking awesome. Revos, you have to be careful. They're not going to give you what Anytimes can. Anytime's the best club, along with Jets, Snaps, and I like Pluses still. They've got a piece of my heart. So you've got to be careful. I don't know. Like, do you think though? I mean, they've been so slow, very slow, as long as you've been in there slow. They haven't given you a contract. If
No.
if you tell them that you're gonna go to Revo, how far away is it distance-wise in case? How many?
Honestly, literally probably like 5. It's like across the road.
If it's really close, then it's kind of like, yeah, they could go, all right, fuck you. Well, here's the rent contract, or they'll kick you. It's I know where you're coming from. It's very tricky.
Yeah, it's in their best interest not to do that because then I will just take everyone because they don't have any legal.
Yeah, no, of course. I think they know that.
Yeah.
How good now, have you got your new management team in there yet? Because they kicked everyone, right?
No, the gym has no staff. And I've offered to help them because new members. But it
Yes.
was like conditional on if they do fire everyone. And the biggest person we wanted gone was the other trainer because he's scary. Um,
James's
and
old
he's
trainer.
yeah, and he's still working there. So in person, the owner crumbles. He's very scared of me, but then on email he just hides. So I said, let me know if you need any help. Like I have full-time hours to come and help you in the office to train someone,
Yeah.
anything. But I sent an email saying we were really pleased hearing that the right people will be dismissed. If that is true, we're more than happy to help wherever you need. And
Okay.
he's just ignored it, and no one's in the gym because he hasn't fired the trainer, so he's hiding. But
Okay. All right. Do you need to do anything to get Revo underway to give them like a green light? And that's why you're wondering, well, how do I give the green light to any time that I'm giving the green light to Revo?
Yeah, I'm just kind of scared, I think.
I think so. I think this one's again the nature of your anytime gym. It's always been one of these touchy gyms. You know what I mean? Because of the drama. But I think, look, if you are 100% set on going into Revo, how many other trainers have they got locked in already? Do you know?
She said that me and Caden can both come over and she'll get two others.
Okay. That's good. All right. Well, I think basically what's going to happen here is very simple. Go, do it, and just see what happens. I don't want to say like I'm palming it off, but just see what happens. I don't just and then when he says, "Why didn't you tell me?" Well, I've been waiting for staff to be in the fucking gym so I can have an intimate one-on-one conversation rather than going back and forth on emails.
Yeah.
I'd play it like that. I mean, this is a touchy situation, this one. It's tricky.
Yeah.
But I look, keep doing what you're doing. Be there for what I'd say is this, be there for any time, but then also I want you to be there and do your thing for Revo as well. Because if you want to go there, you want to go there. They're great fucking gyms, guys, to be in. They're great gyms to be in. The only thing is, and we're open about it, it's just very tricky to get database. You're not going to get any of that. They have very minimal staff in there. Everything's sort of like sign up online. But I mean, Flow is an example of what can happen. George hopefully gives Flo a run for her money now in the Revo that we're in down in Moorabbin. And Caitlin, hopefully you can come up the rear and challenge both of them with some good growth over in Bunbury. So
Well, we've got here without anything from the Anytime office, so I'm determined that we we can make it work.
you'll make it work.
I think that most of our trainers' clients, because they're like young girls, they'll want to stay here because it'll be quiet and it'll be like
Mhm.
they're home now. But there's lots of hype, I think, for the guys, like, oh, new gym. So I just think it is good if at least one of us is there for anyone who does leave.
Amen. No, I think so.
Yeah. Someone was like the Anytime office posted, we're hiring, and someone commented, don't go to that gym. I still can't cancel my membership.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Shocking. Look, I think just follow the Revo path and just tell them that you want to speak to them in person at some point. And
Yeah,
that's it. Does your trainer, does any of you pay rent there?
I do. I've
Okay.
requested in writing for her invoice because they keep saying in person, oh, have you got the invoice? Oh, we'll send it to you. And I'm like, no, you're just like scared. I don't know what it is with him. He's just like, you can tell he's way out of his depth. Like he's just a little
Right.
boy and doesn't know what he's doing. But
Well, maybe do this. Just say, look, I'm happy to pay rent here continuously. I'll oversee things. This rent will cover her. And then
Mhm.
you're going to go between two clubs
Mm,
so that he doesn't lose out and just say, like, I'm not here to go backwards. I don't want to leave and I'm happy to continue paying you your rent. But this will cover me because I'm barely going to be here because I'm not
yeah,
even taking sessions anymore. So I'll float between the two clubs. And then what you do is like that rent will cover me and the staff member.
yeah,
Um, and
that's
then
a good idea.
just get Caden to go to Revo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
what
sounds good. Thank you.
you're welcome. All right. We'll be in touch on Voxer around movements and what we're doing here. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Sebi, my man, what's going on, bro?
Good dude. I'm keen to get back on Voxer again, get things moving again.
Let's do it.
I 100% know I'm the one you're talking about when I say things have plateaued.
One off, one off.
One of, yeah,
One
no.
off. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been chatting to Tarkin a bit about it lately as well, of little things that have been going on. But yeah, the mindset's just growth took a big halt sort of towards the end of last year, and it's been a bit of a struggle to get it back and happening again. So yeah,
Yeah.
Vox is going to be really good.
It's gonna kick you. It'll kick you. And again, like guys, I say this openly, yeah. Like when we pay more, I pay a lot more fucking attention. When I when I have to fucking show up, it's like, well, there's one thing that makes every human being show up is when you invest. If you pay attention. But we're gonna get the money funded for you with our help. So we'll do that. And we'll speak on Voxer. I'll give you a message again just before people start jumping off because I know it's 10 on the dot. I will contact you on Voxer today. Within the next 2 hours, please keep an eye out for the notifications, and then we'll talk about, who you're going to work with. All right. But that's that. So anyway, bro, what do you need? Anything that you need, or you just wanted to chime in?
Look, nothing I really need specifically in this moment. Just accountability. It's just to show up back to webinars again and just get that mindset changed back into growing. That's really the truth of it. Is just yeah, the mindset's not where it needs to be right now.
Okay. Well, look, I think this is what we like, guys. Everyone on here is a family. Yeah, you know that shit. We're all a family. But I think this is again. I mean, I often shed tears on Voxers, but like you need to be emotional. You need to let shit out with the mindset. You have to do it. Like unless you do that, we just sit here and cruise through leverage webinars. But I feel like an absolute cunt because I know that inside that head you're breaking somewhere. Something or something's frustrating, not breaking. Something is holding you back, right? We got to let that fucking go so you can catapult. Let's pick it up on Voxer, bro. Yeah. Drop me a voice message on it, bro, if you want, and then we'll talk about because again, I'd love to coach you all. I can't. So you're gonna go with Nathan and you're gonna go with Tarkin. But I'm always available as well, you know. So yeah, all
Yeah,
good, bro.
cool. Easy.
Legend. George, you're next, brother.
Yeah, bro. So I've chatted to Tykes every day about this, but
Yeah.
basically the issue at the moment is our sales conversions at Revo have been literally next to none. And
Interesting.
yeah, and then I had my first consult of fitness first the other day, probably in a couple of weeks, and bang, signed her up. So it was
Interesting.
just it's been a bit of an interesting start. I've had some sort of strange objections. I've told Tarks about every single one that's happened. So I'm sort of working around it, but I did have one sign up, and then the following morning, it was only on a bronze, but the following morning, she sent me a text saying she couldn't do it. Basically wanted to pull out. I don't think it's going to work for me right now, blah, blah, blah. It was one where I even had to cut the 8-week minimum in half, but I still got it across the line at the moment. And I was going to be like, nah, sorry, there's the terms and conditions have agreed to that. Let's just give it a go. We'll touch base each week, see how it's working for you.
Yeah.
She was still resisting. And at the end of the day, I just thought, I don't know how worth it this person's going to be for me and my trainer. I thought maybe it's just going to be a bit of a waste of time, so I just let it go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that had it been a gold or silver. I would have said, nah, sorry. We've agreed to the terms and conditions. We'll touch base each week, see how you're going.
Okay.
But
Now,
it's just been an interesting start, yeah.
okay, yeah, interesting start. Now, this is now, I don't think, I wish Caitlin was here for this still.
Yeah, yeah.
Have to be careful with Revo clubs. You've got to be careful, right? These gyms are fucking phenomenal. And I tell you what, I've got a pretty good group here. Shall I open my mouth? Yeah, I fucking love a bit of banter, don't I? I love a bit of stepping on ice. You didn't hear it from me, but there's no trainers that work in this gym, is there? No, there isn't. Derrim are not looking good, right? They're not looking good at all. That gym, I believe, will probably close within the month. But I hope that they can pull things through. The reason why I say that is that Revo is like a fucking good Derrimut. Revo is a big box. They run it really fucking well. It's very cheap membership. So this is what I want to talk about here. What is the lead quality like coming from Revo at the moment, George? Because we need to make this location work, right? And if you don't have database access, you've got no new gym members equals new PT clients. Do you want to go
Yeah.
speak to them, bro? You can get to them if you want. You want to go speak to them? Do you want?
Yeah, well,
There's someone there, George. Do you want to go say hello to that person? Are they hounding you, or they know that you're
oh,
in?
that's my partner. I'll chat to her in a
Oh,
sec.
oh,
All
all
good.
right, okay,
Yeah.
all right. Give her the finger, not the.
Um,
So, do you know what I mean? Like, if you can't do bulk blast, if you can't do new gym members equals new PT clients, you can't do ad PT for free, consults on autopilot. Like, if we depend on the floor, bring me up to speed because I haven't talked about
yeah.
you with Parks. What have we been doing?
So we did the hamper one. I ran a mini hamper strategy there, and that was
Yeah,
great. In terms of volume of leads, that wasn't an issue. Um, I do notice people love free shit there,
yeah,
which again, no issue at all. Got about 90 something leads. I ended up having to bulk blast the rest of them because it was taking too long to get through the calls. So there was that too. And I know that's not the best thing to do, but it was either that or I waited another 2-3 weeks because the times where I would call people were just starting to fill up with consults and other things. So the time became a bit of an issue with that. So I chatted to Tux about it. He said, look, just bulk blast the rest. That way it's done quickly.
yeah.
And just I left the booking link. I got a couple of bookings. There's a couple that obviously, a couple didn't show all that. I've still got some booked the next week and the week after too. So there's still bookings there. In terms of leads from them, I've literally gotten one since I started.
The thing.
So it's fuck all, yeah.
Yeah, what's her face? I can't remember the girl, the one who signs people up there in like head office. The P She signs up PTs.
Oh, rah. Yeah, yeah.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
Um, is it her that passes the leads on?
Nah, club manager.
Club manager,
Yeah.
man. Flo is fucking flying, man. She is flying, and do you know what
Yeah.
it is? Bro, like and it's not because I went there. I went there though. I went and had a one-on-one meeting. I drove up to Flo and had a chat.
Yeah.
Manager was there. Her manager is dope, dude. Guys, for
Yeah.
all of you that are here in clubs, because I know Aaron obviously is flying solo without a club, obviously mobile, living the dream. Congrats on the NDIS registration, my man. So your manager's everything.
No,
If
for
these,
sure. Yeah.
and these Revo clubs, this is the thing, right? There's a lot of it's they're 50-50. Flow's like fucking best thing that's ever happened to me. What are you talking about? These are dodgy clubs or they're she's just got it perfect. She's got a young manager who works fucking hand on foot with her every day. They've got business cards that we made up. We made it fucking Revo. And then she puts them up when the manager puts them up when she works there, handballs them out like fucking hotcakes. Flow's conversion rates are through the fucking roof. It's easy. It's not hard. But yeah, if you don't have the education to do that, it's fucking hard. But we all have it here. This is frustrating to hear, right? Your manager is critical to the success. I don't like that Revo dump trainers in their gym and just say, go and do your thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do they expect anyone to listen? Do you know what I mean? So at some point, I would expect a bit of churn rate with their trainers, but that won't happen to us. We need to take action to get clients before we get pissed off and want to leave. That's the
Mm.
that's the real hard. Have you had a little element of your mind saying, I don't know whether this gym's going to be long term? Have you ever had those doubts creep in just for a millisecond?
Yeah, they've crept in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my mindset's been around. Look, I know I'm only a month in, or just over a month in. I'm
Exactly.
not going to throw it in the towel. I know things will turn around.
Exactly.
And like I said, I've chatted to Tarks about every single consult, mentioned every single objection, and how I could handle that better. So
Yeah.
I've given as much detail, literally without recording a video and showing you guys. I've literally given Tarks every single detail about it.
How
And he's
many?
saying, yeah,
Go
sorry,
on,
you go.
sir. No, sorry, no, you are. Yeah, go on.
I know he was just saying, look, work around it like this, say that. And he's saying you're not really doing much wrong. You're just getting some very niche people, getting some very niche objections. It'll turn around. You keep it out where you're at, and things will start to turn around.
How many consults
So,
have you done in there, bro?
how many consults do I have?
And how many consults have you done in Revo
Oh,
total?
about 15.
This is the
So,
thing, right?
yeah.
So my advice on this one, I mean, Nath, on this, I know you're driving, we've got a team meeting after as well, but I don't know whether you can weigh in on this big dog. What would
Yo,
yeah, take your shirt off, show us.
sorry,
No, it's
I'm
okay.
changing my daughter's diaper, and
It's
I need to
okay.
use the shirt as the base. Anyway, continue.
That's all right. What would well, I was going to say Tanya, Sash, and Ray are going to have a great time in a second, but then they're just going to see diapers and shit all over you. It's not going to be very nice. So
Yep.
basically, if you have 15 consults in a row that say no apart from one, they could be niche objection. What do you think could be happening?
I would say it's something to do with how I'm feeling myself, or
Hmm.
I could be in a bad mindset. I just haven't got something across properly.
Yeah.
So what I would do, I would look at myself. Of course, it could be niche, but 15 back to back as niche, I'd be like, something's happening. Something's not going right.
So I
Yeah.
think when he says that, George, what do you think? What comes to mind?
Oh, it's definitely like I still take full responsibility. Like I look at myself,
Yeah.
look at what I could be doing differently. Like I'm not just blaming the type of person I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Hi, girls.
I did. What happened the first week I was doing them, and this probably didn't help. Again, not making excuses, but I had my trainer away here, so I had to cover everything, and I was doing that at the same time.
Yeah.
And I was just fucked. Like I was fatigued. Probably the quality of them wasn't as good as what I needed it to be. Therefore, that was affecting the conversion too. And I probably wasn't getting to their pain point to the extent that I should have been. With at least half of them. So that definitely would have played a role. Not going to lie. There's ones where I know if I get certain objections again, I know how to handle those. It's just about taking the action.
Yeah.
Like I said, definitely not throwing in the towel or anything. I know things will turn around.
Look,
But yeah,
this here is great conversation because you've got it. You especially every single one of you guys in here can sell now. You can. I mean, everyone in leverage can sell, but everyone here we've got a nice little intimate 9-person left, right? 5 minutes left of the webinar. We're finished with this, right? Everyone here can sell. So what naturally happens is when you go on a fucking losing streak for a bit or a trough rather than a peak, you start questioning yourself, right? And you start questioning, am I doing things right? Blah, blah, blah. Now, the worst thing you can do is change your whole fucking sales process. You never do that,
yeah,
right?
no.
But I would say being able to mirror and match and to adjust your energy, vibrating always on a high frequency, which again, when you've got shit going on in your life, your missus is there telling you to fucking hurry up on the webinar and you'll say, I'm trying to speak to Sai, right? Right, that, do you know what I mean? To be to be an elite operator, but then also have to within 2 to 3 seconds match what someone's energy is and go to that level to be able to start delivering 45 to an hour of power so that you can convert them is fucking hard. So it's like if you're, and again, we don't have like much time on the floor with clients in that gym. So it's not like people know you really well yet. You know what I mean? You're not like established. So I think there's a few little small tweaks. I reckon in 2 weeks we'll probably start opening up the facility for in-person stuff. Me, you, and Tarks. Come and chill with us in the office for a couple of hours, and we'll really talk it. Look at the packages, but I don't know. Are these guys young? Are they what age demographic is it?
There's been a few young students, all that. There has been some sort of mid-aged people, but the bulk majority probably has been in their 20s. Yeah, I'd probably say in their 20s. Bulk majority, probably like say almost 3/4 of them.
Yeah, so I would say if they're in their 20s, and I mean a lot of you got to remember Revo, they have it really, really well from a business model. I give it to them. Like it's fucking $9.95 a week membership or whatever. They're fucking big boxes, not small. The equipment is brand new. There's no database access for PTs to be squabbling over each other and fighting, which is like probably a good thing from their standpoint. For us, it sucks a bit because we know how to handle the database. It's a fucking well-ran unit. And that it's like I said, it's a well-ran derrimut, right? And these guys are fucking opening facilities left, right, and center. I'd be worried if I'm a small box with Revo, to be honest with you, because these clubs are going to take over, I can see. But I think what we've got to do, bro, is look at what we are doing, and if we can sharpen the pencil anything our end, it's hard, man. And if they're young kids, they're just probably not. I don't know, bro. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, do they want you to have fucking fake boobs and a fucking fake ass? I don't know, or be fucking jacked as hell to be able to give you the respect. Like, do you know what I mean? Like a lot of kids these days, they only gravitate towards them, you know, and that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I don't really get it. Like, it's something we need to unpack a bit more, I think, in detail, bro. Shoot me a Voxer on it, and because I'm going to be doing a bit of Voxer today, and we'll
Yeah.
go from there. But I can't really say much else, bro, until I kind of
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, look, like I said, not concerned by any means, just try to figure out my ways. And that's why I mentioned maybe overcoming that resistance in new environments, things like that. Like I knew I wouldn't jump in and all of a sudden everything's great in the first week. But
Yeah,
I think it's just taking some time to adjust and combination of that, touching up a few things on the sales.
yeah.
So, but I'm not really changing, like I said, not really changing the process or anything like that. Sticking to that, and I haven't like given away a discounted package or anything like that. I've been like sticking to the service. Being like, no, this is what it is. This is what you get. It's what's included. That's the price.
Yeah.
So
No,
I haven't changed anything. So
May I chime in?
yeah, go for it, bro.
yep,
I'd recommend, because obviously you've done a high volume of consults with zero return. I would recommend recording some data as to the consults and type of people, the problems you have, and the offers you're giving them. And then if you're still getting those, at least you have data saying, okay, well, this person came in, this is what they were like, and they still said no. And then you can run some, I guess you'd call it diagnostics as, okay, well, what's the regular occurring theme? As in, where am I falling short? How come people aren't buying from me? Oh, okay, I can actually see 8 people were students. I can see 5 people were, a bit more advanced. Okay, well, this makes a bit more sense. Does that kind of make sense?
yeah. So I guess identifying a bit of a common trend or things like
Correct. At
that.
least,
Yeah,
yeah, a lot of when you get into the advanced sales, a lot of people recommend actually recording what you're doing in your consults, what's happening, so you can backlog and see what went right, what went wrong.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I agree.
Yeah. Like I said, I've told Tarks on Voxer as well, literally everything as close as word to word as it can be, as how that console went, what was the objection, how I handled all that. So I've been getting feedback on it, but yeah, no, that sounds really good. I think I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, document them, document all. Like, I think, guys, you can always get to the bottom of it. And like, whether it is just a slight energy shift that's required, whether you're going in too hot, too cold, like, and I don't know, there's little things, but I fucking, man, I'm such a loose unit. I'd actually try to do this one day that we could actually have Pinnacle coaches out shadowing people, like mystery shoppers. Do you know what I mean? Like, just sitting there watching George from afar and seeing what he's doing, because then we can provide feedback. So anyway, I have to shoot, guys, because I've got a team meeting. Love you all. Let's continue. I will speak to you all on Voxer. All right, guys, let's go.